Hey everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to part 13 of Let's Build a Mediterranean House. In today's part, we finished one of the bedrooms as well as the bathroom for it. The first thing that I did though before getting to the bedroom was I changed the fireplace to be all of that white marble color. 'Cause someone suggested that in the comments, and then I thought about it. And with how I had it before, it seemed kind of weird because it was like the same wood as the columns. So it's kind of like the fireplace was a part of the entertainment center type thing. So yeah, I changed it, and I also replaced the folders on the desk with pens because I thought that was a little bit nicer looking. The folder looked kind of cluttered, so I didn't really like it there, and I changed that. I also played around changing the color of the walls, and I replaced the rock on that one wall with the paint. And I also moved the furniture in the living room out a little bit to take up a little bit more room because there was more empty space than I would like behind the couch. So I just kind of moved things back and moved it out a little bit since it's such a big living room. So yeah, that area's done. Now I'm moving on to the first bedroom. And I think, when I move my Let's Play Sims into here, this will be Roxy's bedroom, I think, since it's got a red theme to it and red's her favorite color. But what I did was as you can see there, I put that same tile from the living room area in, where the door is and where the area going off to the bathroom is. And then the rest of it's a carpet. And I think I'm going to use that tile in this house a lot, just because a lot of Mediterranean homes have more tile than wood. So I just think it's good to use mainly the tile, it's a little bit more authentic and realistic, I guess. And I used this bed right here that came with seasons since it had a nice old-fashioned look to it. And that's kind of, like I said multiple times, that's what I'm going for with this house. And I used the same end tables from out in the living room and also those nice vineyard-themed lamps. Now I'm just picking out the pattern for the bed, and like I said just now, I went with a red kind of a theme. So I went through few different patterns trying to figure out the right one, and I ended up going with just kind of a simple pinstriped one like this, and I changed it to be that darker, like brown red color. And here I'm just changing the color of the wood and also changing the color of the wood on the end tables to match that as well, and just making the other end table match also. And then I went out and just got that wood floor that I used on the ceiling and put on the ceiling in this bedroom as well, so it also had a wood ceiling. And I guess another reason why, I felt like it was better to not use wood everywhere is because the ceiling is wood in most places, and I thought it would be a bit too much wood if it was like the floor's wood and then the ceiling's wood. It's like you're in the middle of a sandwich of wood. So yeah, here I'm putting that fancy ceiling light in, making it red to match the rest of the room, and I put in a rug underneath of the bed, and I'm just changing it to be a similar red color to what the bed is. And I played around with making it a pattern, but I always feel like, if I have like a pattern on the bed, then it looks kind of weird to have a pattern on rugs that are under it as well. I don't know, I don't like to have too many patterns going on. You kind of use more plain colors just because I feel like too many different patterns in a room gets kind of overwhelming. Here, I'm just trying to figure out some stuff to decorate above the bed with. The problem with this bed is that the back of it is really high, so it's kind of hard to find paintings that really fit above it, but I put those two flower paintings on either side and put a light above the bed. And I thought that worked, so, it's kind of like you've got lamps and a reading light above. I don't know, it's a lot of light around the bed, but oh well. But yeah, that's the decoration for over the bed, and here I'm just going to put a chair in that corner right there, and I went with this really nice one from the Master Suite stuff. I really like that chair. It's just a really nice, elegant looking chair, and then I moved that bush out of the way because it was going into the house a little bit. And here I'm just changing the chair to be a green color since I didn't want to have everything be red and greens, complementary colors, so yeah, I just made that chair green. I also played around with adding a coffee table at the foot of the bed, because sometimes I do that, I put a coffee table at the end of the bed and put some decorations on it, but I feel like it made it too crowded to have it there, so I just ended up getting rid of it, and I put a plant over on the other side of the window just so there was something right there, because I didn't want it to look too crowded, from where you get over to the bed. And here I just stuck a rug in that area right there, that little area going outside into the bathroom area, and put a light in there as well. And now I'm moving over to that little area right there, and I'm putting this in as the dresser. It was from the Mediterranean kitchen set. It looks like it would be a hutch, but it's actually a dresser. So, I just put it in there since I kind of went with the whole Mediterranean theme, and I just changed all the wood patterns in here since I like the wood pattern that came with that hutch, but then the color of the wood that I had in the rest of it. So yeah, I just changed that. And I moved it over on that side. Now I'm just putting a different kind of rug in there so you don't have the same rug all over the room. So it's that little fake fur rug. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be. I want to say a bear, but it doesn't look like a bear. But anyway, I changed that to be red and stuck that in there. And now that that's done, well, I made it green, but then I put it back to red because the green looked weird. But I put a chair in that, another chair in that corner, since I don't know if you want to sit down and stare at the armoire. I don't know, for decoration, I guess. And then I put a freestanding mirror, since I like to have mirrors in the bedroom. And usually if I have one of the lower dressers, I'll put the mirror over, but for when I use the tall ones, I just have a freestanding mirror. And I put a little painting over the chair as well, just so there's something on that wall so it didn't look so bare. And here is where I'm going to put a closet in this room. Originally I was going to have the closet in the bathroom, but then I decided just have it in the room. And I tried to see, I was kind of debating for a little bit whether or not to put a closet there, but I did. So here I'm just putting in that door there, so it kind of looks like you can see into it. I mean, it's not a functional closet, it's more for appearance, but it just adds a nice realistic look. So I'm putting some of those lights in there and some mirrors in the back of it just for decorative purposes. Hopefully the Sims don't try to use the mirrors because they won't really work. And now I'm just trying to find the clothes rack to put in it. So yeah, there's the finished closet. After finishing the closet, I moved on to decorating that little area right there. So I just put a plant in that corner, and then I also wanted to put a painting on that wall just for some decoration. And I'm really trying my best to not make this house ridiculously priced. I think at the end of it, this part, it was at like $260,000. So that's already past about where I wanted it. But it's like I just want to use all the expensive things, so I'm kind of trying to hold back. But yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to end up being close to $300,000 or over $300,000. I don't know. But here I'm moving on to the last bit of furnishing, which is this wall right here. So initially I put that painting there, and then I put that bookshelf underneath of it. But I didn't really like something about that. I don't know. There's something about how that looks I didn't like. So I tried a few different bookshelves, and I was playing around with just having some higher ones in there instead. So here I'm just going through and trying some different ones. And I ended up using that same one that I used out in the living room area. Just, I don't know, just because I really like that bookshelf, and it kind of fits in with, what I want for the appearance of this house. And I made it the same wood as the end tables, and I experimented with making it lighter, but I didn't really like how it looked when it was lighter. So I believe this is all the furnishing that I put in the bedroom. It's a little bit sparser, I guess, than I usually have bedrooms, or I don't know, I guess it's not really that sparse, but I think it's a good amount of furnishings in there. You don't want to have too much stuff in the bedroom or else it gets crazy looking. So here I'm just playing around with the paint color, and I tried green, but then, I don't know, I just didn't really like how green looked. But then I didn't want to have everything be red, so, I was trying to find the right color, and I think I ended up going with this color, which this is more of an orange color, so it's kind of something different than red, but it goes along with it well, and I played around with making that different. And I wanted the wall behind the bed to be an accent wall. I wanted it to be something other than just plain wall, just to make the wall behind the bed a little bit more special. So I used this fabric pattern right here and made it a red color. And now that's all behind the bed, so I'm just adjusting the color a little bit, just trying to get it to look, for there to be more of a difference between the different, I'm trying to think of how to explain it, the background of the pattern, the not background, I don't know. Hopefully you guys know what I mean, but there is the pattern that I kept, and I was trying to experiment with also making the closet area that same color, but I didn't really like how it looked when I did that, so I went back with it just being that plain color. And that, I believe, is the finished bedroom, and I like how it looks. It's definitely a nice, kind of fancy looking bedroom. So now I'm going to move on to the bathroom that is off this bedroom, and this is definitely the biggest bathroom off of any of the bedrooms. It took me a little bit to try and figure out what to do with this bathroom because it's kind of a weird shape and there's a lot of windows in it, and I don't know, I don't like sticking toilets in front of the windows. I don't know, I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but I try to avoid doing it because, I don't know, for some reason it like irks me, I don't know. But anyway, I put those counters in that I used in the half bathroom that was way over there. So yeah, I just dragged them in, and I had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out like what color I wanted to make them. I was pretty indecisive about that. I mean, I was indecisive about a lot of things with this bathroom. Like, it just, I don't know, like I said, it was just kind of an odd shape, so it didn't come as easily to me what to do with it. But I originally had the tops of the counters being wood, and I played around a good bit with trying to make them darker wood and stuff like that. But here I'm putting in that one sink there, so there's just one sink in this bathroom, and then I put in this big old mirror right there. I think that one's from the store. I'm not sure what set it's from, but I actually took it out like after this part's over. Like after I did the bathroom, I did change a few things off camera because I was looking at it and I kind of just wanted to have like the finished product of the bathroom before going to the next part. But I did end up changing that mirror, so it's not in the end product of the house. And I'll hopefully show like what I changed in the bathroom in the next part. So I'm thinking there's just going to be 2 more parts of this series. So the next part, I will probably take care of that bedroom and bathroom that's in its own little building. And then in the last part, I will take care of the last bedroom and the garage. And I don't think it'll take as long to do the last bedroom because it is smaller. And I mean, you know, with the last part, I'll just go for it, you know, on part 15 and finish it because I really want to finish it, you know, like, you know, once you finish that one last bedroom, the house is almost done, you know, it's just the garage. And for the basement area, I think I'm just going to leave it unfurnished. I think I'm just going to put some floors and wallpaper in it and just leave it, you know, not furnished at all, just leave it as kind of flex space so you can download the house and do what you want with it. And I just think that's good because, like, you know, there's no kid bedrooms up here, so, you know, if you don't feel like remodeling one of these to be a kid bedroom, you could put a kid bedroom down there, you could put an exercise room down there, you know, you can do whatever you want with the basement area. And you can also, you know, if you know how to do it, you can also kind of expand it, which really you just level the ground at the basement level and put walls up or, you know, delete the foundation up. Well, actually, you probably don't want to delete the foundation, I don't know. But, I mean, if you know how to do it, you know, if you're pretty savvy with building, you could expand the basement underneath of the house. But I just think that that basement area leaving it empty offers some nice flex space to add some things in that aren't already in the house. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with it. And, you know, when I put my LP Sims in it, you know, whenever they get enough money to afford this house, I'm just going to use that as kind of like a nectar making and storing area. And also, you know, where they can keep their relics and, you know, maybe even some extra bedrooms or something depending on what happens with the family. So I'm going to use it as, you know, kind of flex space as well. I'm really hoping it doesn't take too long for the Sims to be able to afford this house. I mean, they've been getting a good bit of money from exploring lately. Like, I think right now they have about 40,000 simoleons. And, you know, there's 3 of them. I could always have them all get inheritance or something like that. But then again, they're kind of far from having the lifetime wish points for that. But I don't know. I think that they'll be able to afford it at some point. I mean, like I said, they've been making pretty good money from exploring. And they're starting to get into the more challenging tombs, you know, where they're going to make more money from them. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to move them into this house. I really don't want to do with cheating. Like, I don't want to use a motherload cheat to do it. I really want the Sims to earn this house. I'm actually going to get back to what I'm doing here now, though. As you can see, I put a shower in there, and I just kind of like stuck it so it's kind of in between walls, so it looks like it's set in the wall instead of, you know, just sticking out, you know, if that makes any sense. And I also figured out the pattern I was going to use on the counter, so I went with the granite. And here I was just trying to figure out a plant to put right in there in that corner because I like to put plants in corners. So I went with that one. It was the same one I used out in the bedroom, but I really like that plant. I just think it's really pretty. And here I was putting in a hamper right there next to the shower. And now that I think about it, I think I actually forgot to put a hamper out in the bedroom, so I'm gonna have to do that. I try to put hampers in all of the bedrooms with all of the bathrooms with showers and all of the bedrooms, so you know when the Sims take off their clothes, it doesn't just go all over the floor, it goes in the hampers. It makes it easy to do laundry, because it's kind of a pain in the butt when you have random dirty clothes laying everywhere. I don't know, it's just gross. And I put that little cart in there as decoration, and the toilet's just kind of like randomly in the middle there. There weren't really any corners that looked good, and I mean, I guess I could put it next to the sink area, but I kind of wanted that to be a chair area, so yeah, I just did that. Here I was trying to use the same tile that I used over there, and I made it brown, but I didn't really like how that tile looked, so I ended up using that same tile out there, and I just really like how that tile pattern looks, so I use it in the bathroom again. And like I said, I think I'm going to use it a lot in the rest of the house I'm going to do. Here I'm just changing the color of this rug, and, you know, I just made a white outline and mauve color in the middle, so this bathroom's kind of mauve and green themed. Here I'm now just trying to figure out the wall coloring that I'm going to use, and I had a bit of trouble trying to figure out what wall color I was going to use. I was trying to use something other than, you know, red type color, so it wasn't all the same color, but yeah, I had trouble. I think I ended up actually going with a mauve color. But while I think about it, there's something I wanted to ask. So to those of you who have, you know, watched my house building videos, which is probably most of you, you probably noticed that, you know, like when the house is actually being built, there's no commentary, it's just the music. And something I kept debating is whether or not to do a commentary in there. So I was kind of curious as to what you guys thought about that. Like, I didn't do commentary just because I kind of wanted the video to be its own, like, thing, and I worried that, doing commentary would kind of, take it out of the element of the story and all that, but then I guess, the house building kind of does. I don't know, but I was just curious as to what you guys thought. Like, do you think it'd be better if I did a commentary over part of the building, talked about the house a little bit, or would you rather it just stay the music and no talking? So yeah, let me know in, below in the comments what you think of that, because I'm kind of wondering, like, this is going to be my next house building video, the video for this. So yeah, let me know whether or not you want there to be commentary during the house building part of the video. But here, yeah, I picked out that mauve color there, and I also put tile by the shower area just so it was something different. And I also put a painting there. That painting is the last thing that I did in this video. The next part will be up either next Tuesday or Wednesday. I know they're usually up Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Tuesdays are kind of my long day now, so there's a chance I might do what I did this past week and put a Let's Play up Tuesday and the Let's Build up Wednesday instead. So it'll be either one of those days. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thanks for watching, and bye!